that winter chill getting under your skin? Leave your snow shovel behind and take a tropical vacation with Endless Ocean for the Wii. Developed by Arika, creators of two similar titles for the PS2, this diving simulator lets you freely explore a fictitious section of the South Pacific. Is it as expansive as its name suggests, or is this just a splash in the kiddie pool? Endless Ocean takes a laid-back approach to gaming. There's no apocalyptic crisis threatening the oceans, you don't have to stop an evil villain from polluting the beaches, and you don't have to rescue baby seals from clubs. You simply swim to your heart's content, observing wildlife and fulfilling requests from your employers. Well, if you feel like it. In fact, the pace is so relaxed that after an hour's worth of play, it can be easy to assume that there's no set structure at all. However, if you pay attention to hints in your email and continue to explore, you'll subtly progress to gain new tools and unlock new areas. Outside of the coral reefs and sandy shallows of the main map, you can travel to shipwrecks, flooded caves, sunken ruins, and a deep abyss full of bizarre creatures. Different animals prefer different habitats, and some only come out during certain times of day or specific seasons during the year. Your main tasks are to catalog over 200 animals present in the local waters, and to salvage artifacts hidden in the sand. Additionally, you can stock a local aquarium with species you've discovered, and from time to time, you'll receive requests to guide clients on dives or snap photographs for magazines. You can answer these requests at your leisure, and you'll be judged on your ability to find the right fish or take a clear photo. Rewards are limited to different colored gear, but this game is more about the journey than the destination. Endless Ocean also features a two-player online mode, which you can access by exchanging friend codes and riding a jet ski to your buddy's ship. In absence of a microphone, the two of you can communicate through canned text messages, which gets the point across even if they aren't the best means of expression. Diving together can be a good way for players to show friends where certain animals are hiding, but none of the topography or wildlife you see during an online dive will be saved to your map or encyclopedia, which makes the multiplayer feel a little bit like a waste of time. While the online play is somewhat lacking, Endless Ocean has more under the surface than you might expect, and it will take virtual divers quite some time to explore all of the terrain and discover all the wildlife. Navigation in Endless Ocean is pretty simple. You hold the trigger or press the minus button to swim and point your cursor in the direction you want to go. Approaching an animal and pressing A will lock your focus and display either its name or a row of question marks. To learn more about the species, you have to interact with animals until they warm up to you. Most of the time, you just need to pet the animal by holding A and shaking the remote. But some fish respond better to food, while whales and dolphins are often fond of your underwater whistle. Once the creature's name appears, you can click on it to learn a few basic facts. You probably wouldn't pet many of these creatures in real life, but you grow accustomed to the practice fairly quickly. Some animals are so small that you can only see them by taking a closer look at your environment. As you swim, you can zoom in on patches of sand or coral for detailed views where you can spot smaller creatures like shrimp and starfish, as well as some artifacts. Thankfully, colored beacons will alert you whenever there's something worth examining, so you don't have to constantly zoom in and out to find things. You can only stray so far from your ship, and you can't stay down for longer than an hour, so you'll need to return to deck frequently. On board is your supervisor, Catherine, and all the tools you'll need to view photos, steer the boat, and save your progress, etc. A variety of animals appear on deck too, which is actually a little bizarre. A landing pelican or brown booby is understandable, but you frequently play host to parties of penguins, seals, and even polar bears, which have no business being in the South Pacific, much less on your boat. If you've made the recent acquaintance of a dolphin underwater, there's a fair chance that it will appear when you board your ship, seeking to become partners with you. You can register and name up to 3 partners. One can accompany you whenever you dive, and you can teach them to perform tricks from the back of your boat. Of course, the best moments in Endless Ocean are when you first encounter one of the giants of the sea. Whether it's a shark, a giant squid, or a massive blue whale, seeing one of these creatures appear from the depths really does give you a sense of awe and wonder, and some animals even let you hitch a ride. While it isn't quite as stunning as the upcoming Aqua for PS3, Endless Ocean does a good job of transporting you to the undersea world. Every fish, crab, and whale is a good representation of its real-life counterpart, and things tend to look slightly better during night dives thanks to the effect of your spotlight. Life on deck is a bit uglier with some rough-looking shadows and stiff character animations. The soundtrack is composed of a selection of serene melodies from New Zealand soprano Hayley Westenra, which augment the game's tranquil mood quite well. If you choose, you can also upload your own MP3s from an SD card, which is something more Wii games should take advantage of. Endless Ocean is a specific type of game for a specific type of player. Leisurely swimming and looking for wildlife may be a bit slow-paced for some, but if you find yourself glued to Animal Planet on Friday nights, it gives you a chance to live out your dreams of undersea discovery.